Today I'm going to be talking about Mary Frith, also known as Moll CUtpurse. Born in 1584, Frith was a 17th century public figure who caused a lot of controversy and was arrested many times for wearing men's clothing. And theft, being involved in prostitution, and the fencing of stolen goods. Moreover, Frith was a performer. She performed on stage at the Fortune Theatre, in men's clothing, as always. However, just by appearing on stage in public, she was defying all convention. This was a time when only men could perform in public. All female characters were played by men, or often young boys. That's right. Traditionally, Romeo and Juliet would have a cast of all male actors, with Juliet being played by a boy whose voice hadn't broken yet. Makes you look at the bard's work a little differently, doesn't it? To give you an idea of her personality, Mary once took a bet that she wouldn't ride from Charing Cross to Shoreditch dressed as a man. The bet was £20. In today's money, that's equal to £2,292.20. She won, but not only did she ride from Charing Cross to Shoreditch dressed as a man, she rode, flaunting a banner, blowing a trumpet, while sitting astride a famous performing horse. She didn't do things by halves. It was actions like this that led to her notoriety. She was arrested in 1611 for dressing indecently, i.e., wearing men's clothes when she was a woman, and she was also accused of being involved with prostitution. As punishment, she was required to do penance for her evil living, and was made to stand in a white sheet in front of St. Paul's Cross during Sunday sermon. Apparently, she put on quite the show, wept bitterly, seemed very penitent. However, it turned out she was just drunk. In 1614, she married a man named Markham. Now, some claim the marriage was contracted. Not arranged, just a mutually beneficial agreement. A sham, basically. Some evidence shows she may have organised it simply so she could argue against any reports that used the term spinster against her. By the 1620s, she openly admitted to working as a fence and a pimp. She not only helped young men find women, but also found respectable male lovers for middle-class wives. In one case, a wife confessed on her deathbed infidelity with lovers that Mary had provided her with. And Mary supposedly convinced these lovers to send maintenance money for the children that were most likely theirs. However, an important note to make here is that despite this being a time when women who dressed in men's clothing were generally considered to be sexually riotous and uncontrolled, can you hear the air quotes? Mary herself claimed to be uninterested in sex. Mary came from humble beginnings, the daughter of a cobbler and a housewife. Sources claim that she was never interested in typically feminine pursuits, preferring to run around outside with the boys, get in fights, steal, swear. When her parents died, her relatives found her too much of a hassle, and they tried to send her away to the New World. They apparently tricked her onto a ship. However, not long out of the port, she realised the trick and apparently jumped overboard, swimming to shore. Now on her own and on the streets, the criminal underworld called. Soon, Mary had made a name for herself as a CUtpurse. Back then, it was common for purses or coin pouches to be worn on the belt or girdle. And quick-fingered thieves would cut the strings that attached them, slipping away into the crowd before the victim even knew their money was missing. However, it wasn't long before Mary realised being a fence was a much safer career. She apparently bore several burns on her hands, brands from the authority marking her as a thief, and she paid many visits to Newgate Prison. it's recorded that in 1644 Mary was released from Bedlam Hospital, having been cured of her insanity. This might have something to do with the story that she robbed General Fairfax and shot him in the arm during the English Civil War. It might not. However, it should also be noted that she paid a bribe of £2,000 to avoid the gallows or returning to Newgate Prison. Mary died in 1659 of dropsy and was found in London's Fleet Street.
Do have it's supple. It's close enough. I think I've just found an easier way to do it. Start from the bottom, not the top. Really? For the purposes of this video, we're just going to use two. So, this is, my tablespoons are very big. I should read that again. No, 2 tablespoons. It's supposed to feed 4 people. I did not see this. Feeding 4 people. Just saying. That is nice. I like that. The water chestnut's still got a bit of a crunch. It's nice, light, subtle flavours. The iceberg lettuce makes it nice and fresh. And that meat as well could be used as like a filling for other things. Like, I can imagine using that for like wonton type dumplings. This is one I will definitely make again.